The state recently put the district in fiscal caution because of projected budget deficits. Now district leaders have until December 21st to prove to the state that they can fix the $2.3 million deficit. My first question to Superintendent Paul Daniels: how will this income tax failure impact the students?
We'll look at things like transportation. Families often think that when you go after high school transportation, it's a pain point and that you're threatening them, but truly the state doesn't give us any money to transport high schoolers.
Superintendent Daniels says the school board will ultimately vote on what to cut, so nothing is set in stone. But they will also look at cutting all-day kindergarten and introducing pay-to-play. Superintendent Daniels says the sudden closure of the Zimmer power plant led to a loss in revenue from a public utility tax. He says the income tax was supposed to fill a hole of about $5.2 million. And this is something we're seeing across the state, is that people see that their districts are struggling financially and they blame the school leaders, they blame the school board, and say, they got into this situation, they need to get themselves out. What is your message to people who really voted no because they think it's the district's responsibility?
So we're unique. Our story, all 600 districts have unique stories, but our story really has been tied to industry here. I think what I want people to know is we've worked really hard to tighten our belt. We spend $2 million less today than we did in 2015. We did an employee buyout severance package that's going to save the district about $7 million over 8 years. And we continue to match our staffing to our enrollment.
Board meets on Monday, where they will start discussing cuts. Superintendent Daniels says they will also be communicating with the community about next steps in the coming weeks. Kyle.
All right, Chelsea, thank you so much. Fiscal caution is the first of 3 financial statuses imposed by the state. Fiscal watch is next, and that is followed by fiscal emergency. In Mount Healthy, school superintendent Dr. Sarah Wilson says that they are disappointed the district's levy did not pass. The levy would have generated about $1.5 million a year to preserve sports, arts, and other extracurricular programs, as well as covering rising operating costs. The district is projected to reach a deficit by the end of fiscal year 2028. Last year, the state auditor took over the district, which laid off 80 workers, including 67 teachers.
The Lakota School District was one of the largest in the area to reject a school levy on the ballot. The $5.94 mills bond issue would have funded a district-wide redesign, but fell short by more than 20%. Administrators tried to sell the plan by saying that it would cut operating costs over time and reduce expenses. The new facilities plan would have decommissioned and eventually demolished numerous school buildings while constructing new elementary schools and expanding some existing buildings.